Let me say right from the start, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure whether the camera repels sharks or not. What I'd like you to do is decide for yourself. Watch to the end and see what you reckon. Okay, here's a shark coming in. Inspects the baits, almost certain to feed, and then turns away. Another one doesn't even come close. Now I've put the camera down in some very sharky spots. Sharks here are bull sharks and large ones as well. There's a number of locations where I've put the camera down where there is numbers of large sharks. When I've turned the camera off and put a line down, there's certainly plenty of evidence for sharks attacking and feeding actively. So we've got a hammerhead that was bitten in half and another large grunter, or javelin fish, that was certainly attacked by sharks. Now I've had plenty of shark encounters. A number of occasions sharks have come up, inspected the bait, then all of a sudden they seem to get frightened by something. They convulse and move off. So just looking at that again, in comes the shark. He can smell the bait, he's just about to feed, and all of a sudden watch him convulse. Something's going on. Another example, of slowing this down frame by frame. In comes the shark, almost certainly going to feed, and all of a sudden something turns him off and he's away. Another example, you can see how they come in, they look at the bait, then something happens and they're out of there. In fact, I've only got 3 encounters where sharks actually feed. Here's the first. In comes the shark, grabs the bait, starts to move off. All of a sudden, ejects the bait, and if you watch closely, convulses and then disappears. Here's a second example. The shark grabs the bait, then quickly rejects it and disappears, never to come back. third example is from a tawny shark. You'll see it come in. Smells the bait. Starts to feed, but then disappears. As I said at the beginning, I'm not sure what's going on. All I can say is that this camera system seems to operate differently to others where there's quite often sharks feeding. Now, in this system, the cord that runs up to the surface carries both electrical current as well as the video signal. And both of those are electrical. Also, the whole frame is metal. So I'm not sure whether there is electric current established around the system or what it is that is actually turning these sharks off. But I would have expected to get much more footage than I have of sharks actually feeding. Thanks for watching.